Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 with Sampdoria. We are now on the 22nd of January. We are going to be up against high-flying Lazio in today's episode and maybe even higher-flying Inter Milan. It's going to be a fun one where we're probably going to lose 2 or more matches just like the last episode. Also, the transfer window has flung wide open. We've brought in about 8 players. Most of them have then gone out on loan to Belgium and only one of them is probably first team. First of all, though, let's talk about the fact that Marco Pjaca's left. He has left and gone to Toulouse in France and then damaged his kneecap. Perfect. He played 1 game, scored a goal, got injured. He's gone for £3 million, £2.8 million, potentially rising to £3.1 million. So, hey, technically that's a profit, ignoring the fact that we had to pay wages. He didn't actually do too badly for us this season. A goal every, 3 games? Which actually is pretty good. Probably shouldn't have sold him. But anyway, he was annoying me so much, he's left. Another player to leave is Fabio Di Paoli, possibly. The right back who basically doesn't get a lot of football because he's our third choice right back at the moment behind Berezinski and Juan Foyth. I've shifted him on to Spal for £2.3 million. Joining the club then, the one player who's probably going to get a little bit of football, it is Dutch central midfielder Richeldi, maybe, I don't know. Bazoa, signed from Vitesse. He's cost us a reasonable amount of money, £5.75 million, but he's good, he's nice and well-rounded, gives us an option as well as a deep line playmaker because we literally don't have one. So when we do play this formation, we've got nobody to play there, which is why I brought Bazoa in. We have also brought in Henrique Araujo, possibly, I don't know, from Benfica in Portugal. He's not cost us a lot of money. I thought he'd cost us a lot more, £425,000. He's already played a couple of games for us, finishing of 16. Hopefully he's going to score some goals. This is Precious Sunday, Nigerian striker who's gone out on loan to Belgium. We've also got Ivorian central defender Jakub Bakayoko, who has also gone out on loan to Belgium. Matteo Lombardi is an Italian central defender who's hopefully going to get good for us and hopefully get a bit of football. Might try and loan him out if we can. Joel Enama is a French right back who I think is going to be good based purely on his mental stats. Everyone else doesn't think he's very good. The board hate the fact that we bought this guy. Giuseppe Marini is an Italian striker and attacking midfielder. The board also hate the fact that we bought this guy as well. I mean, he doesn't look awful. He doesn't look great, but he doesn't look awful. And the big one, Vukasin Parzanovic. Sure, he is filth, isn't he? He's very, very good for an 18-year-old Serbian. Unfortunately, Serbia isn't part of the EU just yet. So yeah, he counts as non-EU as well. Look at those mental stats on this guy. Absolutely ridiculous. He's got 16 work rate, 14 determination, 17 decisions. He's brave as all hell. He's angry as all hell. Physically as well, he's pretty decent. I think we're going to have ourselves a potential world-class footballer here in Parazanovic. I'm going to probably change his name or just learn how to say it properly. I think that's all the transfer business. We have loaned out a few more players, as you can see on the right-hand side here. So if we go for, they can see 4 players going out on loan to Morscron. Gerard Fofana. Have we missed Fofana? Or did I sign him in the summer? I might have signed him in the summer. Anyway, he's gone to Morscron as well. That's the other one. Ronaldo Vieira also leaving the club, going to Fiorentina on loan. Also, Ibrahim Magdi going out on loan to Morscron. So, yeah, there's a lot of players leaving the club. We've still obviously got the transfer window open. If we have a quick look at the finances, we've still got £22 million to spend. I don't really want to spend it because we're doing okay. And I'm thinking if we can squeak our way into Champions League football without spending too much more of our money, that's actually a very, very good season. Right, matches in between episodes then. We started off with a 1-1 draw against Sassuolo. It was a Nicolas Benedetti equaliser on the 72nd minute. Marius Wolf opened the scoring for us. We should have beaten them 6 or 7-0. We could not score a goal and then conceded a counter-attack. Then we played them again. And this time, we should have got beaten 6 or 7-0. Instead, we got beaten 3-0. We then played Udinese, where we win 2-0 Sturgiu and Mejbri with the penalty. So it means we are still up at the right end of the table, 4th place, 1 point ahead of Juventus, down in 5th. We are 4 points behind Fiorentina, 6 points behind Lazio, 7 points behind Inter Milan. Today, it is going to be Lazio to begin things. We might actually go straight to Parma, because I kind of want to have an episode where maybe we win a game. Would be nice. And without further ado, let's jump in to the first match of the episode. Lazio are our opponents. We've yet to beat them so far in this save, so expect another defeat here. The starting lineup then for the Lazio game, we're going slightly more defensive. I say defensive, it's not. This is actually more attacking because we do play positive on this one and balanced on the other one. Anyway, it's going to be Scuffit in goal, Dodo, and Berezinski will be the wing backs with Sturgeon and Vallejo as the central defenders. Bazoa, is that it? I don't know. Mejbri and Vecino will be the midfield triangle with Bernardeschi, Gaetano and Gabbiadini as our front three. Now, obviously, in our last match, we did win. So, I keep thinking in the back of my mind that we're playing badly, which we are. We lost 3-0 to Sassuolo. We only got a point against Sassuolo also in the league. But we're actually still doing all right in terms of picking up points. The board hate it. They hate the fact that we got battered by Sassuolo. But there's not a lot I can do about that now. That's in the past. Berezinski with a throw. 17th minute. Berezinski gets the ball back, dinks it over. Gabbiadini into the penalty area. Takes a number of deflections. And Lazio can clear the ball. And they've got themselves a free kick in a very good location. Cataldi steps up, goes for a curling effort. Scuffit palms the ball over the bar. It's going to be a corner. Right hand side then is Luis Alberto. Takes the corner towards the middle. Bazur heads the ball clear. Cataldi, the free kick taker, gets it back to Alberto in the penalty area. Crosses it in. Somebody was offside. We've got ourselves a free kick. Well, we've had 1 shot on target. They've had 5 shots and 4 on target. What are we doing? Hold on. Right, I need to change something because we're not shooting. Or when we are shooting, we're shooting badly. So let's do work the ball into the box. Maybe that's not good if we've only had 1 shot. Let's change that back to shoot on sight. There we go. Right. I'm acting like I know what I'm talking about when it comes to tactics. I've got no clue. At least we're now having some shots. We've got a corner. Dodo steps up on the left towards the back post. It's cleared. Is it cleared far enough? Vallejo collects it. The central defender from Spain. He's been tackled. Keeps hold of it though. Vallejo really does not want to be there with the ball. Gaetano goes for a headed effort. It dinks the top of the bar and goes over. We've actually had a highlight. Still not a chance really though. Dodo steps up. Takes the corner. Gaetano's not going to win the header. Bazur's going to collect. Back to the corner taker Dodo. I've just realised thunder and lightning taking place. Sturgeon has the ball. Do not go backwards. Mejbri. Forward. Lovely little pass from Mejbri there to find the Brazilian. Now Gaetano into the penalty area. Gabbiadini is there on the volley. Manolo Gabbiadini gets his 8th goal of the season. He is our current top scorer as well. We go 1-0 up against Lazio. Also, that is a goal that we've seen in an episode. There you go. We do score goals. Bernardeschi is on a 6.4. I don't know what he's doing or not doing, but he's not playing particularly well. Nor is Dodo. Despite the fact that Dodo is having a lot of the ball, he's not playing very well. Half time then. We are 1-0 up. We'll just get the assistant to do that. And then Bernardeschi off. Marius Wolf is going to come on. And that front three is very similar to what we played last season, isn't it? And it's only really Gaston Ramirez that we're missing. Now, although I've told them to shoot on sight, we're having a hell of a lot of shots. None of them highlights, but we're having a hell of a lot of shots. We are obviously still 1-0 up. We're into the final 20 minutes already. We're going to do ourselves a sub. Vecino is coming off. Robbie Mudd is going to be coming on. Do we do another change? We've got 3 yellow cards at the back. Sturgeon off for Julien Chabot. Julien Chabot is very good. He's a very good German defender. Doesn't play a lot of football. I want to try and loan him out ideally, but I kind of like to bring him on every now and then. Well, the second half has been fairly uneventful, which I'm perfectly fine with if we can pick up the 3 points against Lazio. We're into injury time. I don't think we've had a single highlight in the second half. Doesn't really matter. The Manolo Gabbiadini goal in the first half has given us 3 very valuable points against one of the just 3 teams ahead of us in the league. And would you look at that, we have climbed away slightly from Juve because they drew 0-0 with Sassuolo. So we are 3 points behind Lazio, 4 behind Fiorentina, 5 behind Inter Milan. It's looking still good, isn't it? It's very good for us. 11 wins, 8 draws, just the 2 defeats. We are still the best in the league when it comes to defeats. We're also joint top when it comes to draws. Us with Atalanta and Juve, all on 8. It's a lot of draws. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go forward to some point. The transfer window is obviously still open. I'm wondering whether we're going to... I mean, Juve's probably the one, isn't it? It's probably going to be the Juve game that we're going to come back for because they're the team that are chasing us into Milan. If we can get something against them, it would be ideal, but I think we'll come back for Juve. Obviously, we do also have the transfer window that's going to close. I don't know whether there's going to be much more business taking place. Well, we've finished the January transfer window and we've also played 2 further matches and we've been junk. We've just not scored any goals. Literally no goals. We played our feeder club Napoli, we lost 1-0, Alan getting sent off. We had literally all of the chances. They had 3 shots and scored 1 of them. We had about 25 and obviously didn't score a single goal. Bernardeschi getting a 6.3, Gaetano getting a 6.4, our strikers getting a 6.6 as well. It's not gone too well then against Inter Milan. We were quite obviously the worst side this one, 2-0 in the end. It was a penalty conceded by, I think, probably Nicola Muro, if I remember correctly. Might have been Sergio actually. But yeah, we weren't very good against Inter. We've now got Juve. Last time we played Juve, we drew 3-3. And they've also leapt over us because of our 2 defeats. We are literally neck and neck. They're ahead of us, I assume, on goals scored, if that's even a thing in this league. I'm not going to lie, that is a very different formation to what I was expecting from Juve. I feel like they've probably played this every time we've played them, but it just looks a bit odd. Anyway, we are going to be playing Simon Scuffet in goal, Juan Foyth and Nicola Muro as the fullback, Sturgio and Vallejo as the central defenders, Vecino, Mejbri and Lanetti as the central midfield triangle, with Bernardeschi, Gaetano and Gabbiadini as our strikers. We really do need to start picking up some points against some of these bigger sides. I know we've had reasonable luck against Juve in the past. So if we can, outperform them again, like we pretty much have done for, I think, the last 2 or 3 times we played them, we've just never been quite good enough to actually pick up the 3 points. Well, we are 20 minutes in, and as yet, there's been no highlights until now. Apparently, Rabiot with the ball. Moro back to Rabiot for Juve. Moro once again tries to dink it over. Finds Alexandro on the left, crosses in, Lacazette's there, but doesn't get it. Ronaldo heads down to Lacazette, takes a deflection. Rabiot now, edge of the area. He's going to run direct towards goal, and that is an easy finish for Adrien Rabiot. We're 1-0 down already. I say already, I mean we're 25 minutes in. Actually, it's taken 25 minutes for them to even have a chance. And a minute and a bit later, there is another highlight going on. Nicola Muro with it, over the top. Finds Gianluca Gaetano. He's going to hopefully have a player or 2 in the box. Mejbri heads forward. Bernardeschi is there. Puts the ball into the back of the net, but he was a country mile offside. Still going to be 1-0 to Juve. They said fractionally offside. I don't think this was fractionally. That's not a fraction. That's like a metre. Well, I guess one good thing we can take from that is we've had a chance. Like, we've managed to get the ball up into their penalty area, even get the ball in the back of the net. Yes, he was offside, but we're getting the ball forward. Sturgio dinks it over to find Gaetano. He's going to hopefully get past his man with ease. Gianluca Gaetano, the Napoli loanee, crosses in. Mejbri, lovely bit of control. Across to Bernardeschi, who has to score, and he places it into the bottom corner. That was wonderful play from Mejbri to not only just pass it to Bernardeschi, but to also not be greedy and absolutely waffle it. Because most of the time, when a player gets the ball in a similar position to this, they just absolutely welly it. But no, he just passes it across to Bernardeschi. Lovely little pass into the bottom corner. It's 1-1. This is what I mean. We can actually perform against Juve. Yes, we don't necessarily win, but we do score goals. We actually do defend quite well. We do a good job. I just want to find a second goal. If we can take the lead, then maybe we need to shut up shop. I mean, looking at this, Vecino's on a 6.5. So is Muru. He's also on a 6.5, right? We're just going to get the assistant to do that. And then maybe we change Vecino off. Bazoa can come on as the deep line playmaker, which is going to go straight into the second half. And there is an early highlight with Isco taking a free kick for Juve towards the back post. It hits the bar. Foyth passes it to Isco. Why did he pass it to Isco? Luckily, Muru can get the ball upfield a little bit further. Moro back to Disciglio. It's probably not how it's pronounced at all. Bonucci inside his own half. And now Juve possibly trying to build once again. They are slow, passing the ball around, trying to make a little bit of space. All the way back to Szczesny in goal. Gabbiadini closing him down. Bonucci forward. Now, Coquelin, the former Arsenal man, plays it across Alexandro with some space on the left. He's got Foyth, sorry for company, who has managed to nick the ball away, but Juve still have it. Disciglio on the right-hand side. That's 3 penalties you've conceded. 3 penalties you've conceded this season and 2 red cards. I wanted to replace you in January. I did replace you in January, but because of the stupid non-EU rule, I can't play the bloody man. Please say it was outside the box. It was outside the box. Thank God for that. Corner for Isco to take towards the back post, and Matthias de Ligt has made it 2-1 to Juve. So I probably would have rather had the penalty. Actually, that's just nonsense, isn't it? I mean, it's 2-1. It's Juve. We've already gone 1-0 down. Maybe we can do the same again and pull it back. Gaetano is going to come off We're going to bring on Georgi Kolev. We're also going to do no more... Muru, get off. Dodo's coming on. Dodo's actually played really well, and he's quite good at free kicks and set pieces and corners and all that nonsense. So maybe I should be playing Dodo instead. Sturgeon with the free kick to Dodo, the Brazilian. We've done all of our subs. We're not even at the hour mark yet. Georgi Kolev, the Bulgarian, plays it over, tries to find Bernardeschi, but it's a good header back from Alexandro, straight into the hands of Wojciech Szczesny. The Polish goalkeeper rolls it out to Coquelin, back to Delict, the goalscorer. Now Bonucci. Forward to Adrian Rabiot. The two goal scorers there getting involved in this little bit of action early on. Alexandro on the left runs plenty of space because Juan Foyth has gone and got distracted and ran into the middle of the pitch. Rabiot to Sandro once again. Is he going to cross it? Is he going to get round his man? Ronaldo back to Rabiot. He's gone for... Isco scored a slide tackle. He's scored a flipping slide tackle, hasn't he? Right, can we get 2 more goals, please? Can we, do something? Get creative? Let's try and do... I mean, Foyth's on a 6.4. Muru's on a 6.4 as well when he got substituted. Fullbacks just don't know how to play football, apparently. Bernardeschi with a corner. Still plenty of time to go. It's an awful corner. Or was it awful positioning from our players in the middle of the box? Szczesny has it in his hands. What's he going to do? Runs forward, throws out to Descaglio on that right-hand side. He's got some company in Georgi Kolev. Delict dunks it upfield. Sure, Dodo collects the ball though. He's going to play it across Sturgeon. We've got the ball deep in our half. Now Mejbri on the right. He's got someone in front of him if he wants to use him. Instead, he's possibly going to go backwards. Yes, back to Foyth. Is he going to lose the ball? Bazura. First time we've really seen him actually kick the ball since coming on the pitch. Kolev's in at the back post, and Georgi Kolev gets his second goal of the season. Juan Foyth getting an assist as well, of all people. It's 3-2. We've still got, 16 minutes to play. Still time. There is still time to get an equaliser. Final 10 minutes, and Aaron Ramsey has a corner. Ronaldo's at the back. What? How? I mean, what's the point in you standing on the bloody post if you literally just let the ball hit you? You just let the ball hit you. Watch him. So the corner comes in, Ronaldo with a good header, it just hits Dodo on the back of the leg. What were you even doing there? What was the point in you being on the post if you're not going to do your damn job? Well, every time we play Juve, there seems to be a lot of goals. This is the second time this season that we have produced at least 6 goals. Gabbiadini has the ball on the left. 4 minutes of injury time. Crosses in. Finds Bernardeschi at the back. It's a great effort from Bernardeschi. It's gone wide, though. Szczesny with a free kick. Still 1 minute to play. Descaglio has it. Back to Szczesny once again. Gabbiadini's trying to close him down. Kulusevski tries to find Pellegrini on the left. He can run down that left-hand side. He's got, I think it's Bernardeschi for company, who steals the ball away. Now Rabiot. He's going to run inside. Kulusevski across Pellegrini. Back into the middle, but doesn't manage to find anyone. Kolev to Manolo Gabbiadini. He's not really got any support. Edge of the penalty area. Keeps going. Tries to get it past Szczesny, but it's straight into the goalkeeper's grateful even hands. And is the highlight carrying on? There's 10 seconds to play. And the highlight does seem to be carrying on. I feel like this is just going to be running down the clock now until the full-time whistle goes. Lacazette has it on the left. The full-time whistle does go. It's a 4-2 victory for Juve. We know how to score goals against Juventus. We just don't know how to defend. And realistically, probably 2 of those goals were our own fault. Right, I'm going to get the assistant to do that. And then defenders, you're getting awful shouting at. Because the only one who did alright was Dodo, and I personally don't think he did alright, because it was his fault they scored their 4th. Well, that defeat then does drop us down in the table, because Cagliari managed to pick up a point against Roma, and did Cagliari beat us? I don't know. They didn't. No? Did they? Yes, they did beat us. They beat us 1-0. So yeah, that is why Cagliari have gone ahead of us, because they've beaten us more times than we've beaten them. We are looking wary. I'm worried that we're going to drop out of that top 6. Because Milan are right on our tails. Napoli also not far behind. And obviously we have lost to Napoli as well. Just need to start picking up some victories. We haven't played some of the bad sides. And I mean that in a nice possible way. Like Parma, not one of the best sides. Benevento down the wrong end of the table. Verona, Genoa are down that end as well. Torino, Regina. We've also Salah and those guys. So there's a lot of winnable games still to play. But 3 defeats in a row is not good. But they've all been good sides in my defence. And with that in mind, I think next episode we're going to go for one of the easier matches. It's going to be Benevento and maybe Genoa or Roma or Milan. It might be Milan. I don't know. Well, we're going to do Benevento, because I feel like we should play a match that we might actually win a game on camera, although we did beat Lazio. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2020 with Sampdoria in Serie A. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. I'll be back next time with more Football Manager.